Hello and welcome to our second PyKX course, Capture, Stream, and Query Data with PyKX. My name is Ryan Sigler. I'm a data scientist here at KX, and I'm excited to bring you through this course. By the end of the course, you'll understand how to build a real-time and historical architecture with PyKX that will be able to capture your live data as well as your historical data. You'll be able to stream that and query it within our real-time and historical architecture. Now, a quick moment on what is PyKX. And PyKX is just a Python first library for KDB+, which is the fastest time series database on the market. Now, there's a few strengths that PyKX has. Number one, you're able to leverage the underlying power of KDB+ and Q, that time series database, to run extremely fast and efficient time series analytics. And you also get to do this within the familiar pandas-like syntax. Secondly, and something we'll be talking about quite a bit in this course, is creating databases easily. And that includes real-time databases, as well as historical databases and different subscribers, and creating different APIs to access those databases and query those databases. And finally, PyKX is easy to integrate into your existing infrastructure. So you're able to query your existing infrastructure with PyKX. You're able to embed Python into Q processes for real-time analytics, as well as provide access to the power of Q and KDB+ wherever your Python users are. So it's a really powerful way to enable those that may not know how to use Q with the power of Q through Python. All right, let's take a look at the agenda for this course. Now, if you haven't had a chance to take the first course in this series, an introduction to PyKX, you can find that on the KX Academy, and I do recommend taking that course first to get you familiar with the basics of PyKX. The first thing in this course that we'll go over is how to create a historical database and then explore that historical database. Secondly, how do we edit and manipulate our databases and our tables within those databases? Third, how can we optimize our query performance to get the best possible speed out of our queries? And this is really important, especially as you'll be querying databases with tons of data. And finally, the first three sections really culminate in section 4, where we build a real-time architecture that leverages both historical database and real-time database. And we'll see an entire flow of data from flowing in live, capturing that data in our real-time database, publishing it to our historical database, and creating APIs that are able to query both the real-time and the historical database. And finally, we'll look at some more advanced queries, such as calculating VWAP and moving averages on the real-time data as it's being ingested into our pipeline. Now, yes, this is focused on the financial industry, but this architecture in general can really be applied across domains, from manufacturing and IoT to healthcare and aerospace and defense. The main core architecture will basically remain the same. So for a quick sneak peek at what we'll be building, let's just take a quick look at the initial architecture. And we see there's a lot of benefits to building out this architecture using PyKX, and one of them is you get to build this entire architecture with a single tool, just PyKX. You don't have to bring in different tools and integrate them together. This is a all-in-one solution to real-time and historical data. What does this provide us? Well, it'll give us instantaneous insights, immediate access to the freshest data. And this is very important, especially in fast-moving use cases. Contextualized decision-making means we can combine historical and real-time data to gain real-time insights. Efficiency, scalability, combining these different pieces of architecture together easily will streamline our data management, as well as scalability as our data sets grow, and then gateway control. And this is a really important one, where we give our users access to this data so they can query it and get the additional context and information they need to make business critical decisions. Now, if we take a look at this architecture, first, we will be starting building that historical database. And then we'll move through the entire architecture from feeding live data into our ticker plant, publishing that to our real-time database, as well as creating some additional subscribers where we'll put complex analytics that have access to both our historical and our real-time database. Finally, we'll create a gateway where our users can access this information and query our historical and real-time databases. As you complete this course, if you have any questions, we have resources for you. You can ask questions on our KX community. You can also join our Slack community at kx.com/Slack, and I really encourage you to do that. It's a great way to ask questions and have discussions about all of these topics and get direct access to myself and the other developer advocates. Or finally, you could email us directly at pykx.kx.com. All right, let's start the first section. We'll see you over there.